So I came out here yesterday to Valdebois for an Ibex hunt, and I pretty quickly ran into one of the biggest looking Ibex I had ever seen in this game, and I entered a competition where basically your first harvested Ibex is your entry, and when I saw this guy, I knew I had to get a score estimate just to see, but the curl on those horns, I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that, so I knew I just had to make a decent shot. I had fast traveled to my tent, and he was actually pretty much like 150 meters away or less. So all it took was him actually stopping for us. And we actually managed to drop just this massive Ibex out here, not even that far away. I actually did have a decent feeling that this might have been a really good sized Ibex, but I almost didn't even record it because I figured it was just another 240s to 260s that I was just misjudging. But I'm so glad I pressed record because I was very wrong. 282. Oh my goodness. Not only is that 12 above the current first place, that's 7 above my personal best. We've had some serious luck up here in the mountains lately. That's just gonna put us right into first place. I've never really done great with Ibex trophy shots. It's just difficult, I think, to get like the full curl in and still look decent. That's about as good as I think I can do, so we're gonna go with that, and we are definitely taxidermizing. And on that note, we're back out here on Valdebois, and we're gonna see if we can actually place in that comp again, because for whatever reason, it's running on back-to-back days, so it's barely been 12 hours since we shot that 282, and there's another comp with the exact same rules and everything, so we're gonna see what we can do. And of course, since we can only shoot one Ibex for this comp, after that, I entered some competitions for red fox, roe deer, and red deer, so we'll hunt Ibex a bit up here in the mountains and then we'll head down into the south of the map and kind of see if we can get anywhere for that as well. It's just so hard to pass an opportunity where we know we have a decent Ibex. I mean, he's only 205 to 260, he's the max weight estimate, but I'm pretty sure he's just going to end up in like that 240 area. But even still, for what we have to work with here, I think that's a pretty good one to take and just see if we can end up maybe getting into the top 3. And then we'll probably go down south and look a little bit. I did actually enter a ptarmigan comp, and I've been trying to pay attention to all the scores of the ones that I can spot that are landed, and none have been that special, and I'm not sure that I want to stay up in the mountains just to hunt ptarmigan, so unless we somehow end up back up here, which I definitely don't intend on doing, I think we'll sort of leave those alone and see what we can find for some deer and fox. But if I can just remember off the top of my head, first place was 250, and then I think second and third, at least when we started this hunt, were in the 230s. So we could actually get into top 3 for now. It is a nice heavy Ibex at 108 kg. He's actually only 232. I'm kind of surprised to see that, because usually when you get close to that 110 kg mark, they're a little bigger. But that's got us in 5th, so not going to be taking home first with that one, but we just got that with the 282 that we started with, so not going to complain about that. And I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't really want to spend a bunch of camping supplies, but maybe if we just go from the South Lodge north, it could be a pretty good path to find what we're looking for. I'm really not sure what to make of this guy. He looks like a really good sized red deer, but for the biggest ones I've shot, the estimates have always been 260 to 285, and obviously we know he can't go above 270. But we're going to go ahead and drop him there with the cap lock. There are 2 red deer competitions that we're in, and ideally, we could have actually gotten an entry for both just with that one kill. So one of them is just high scoring stag from like a tree stand, ground blind, or tower stand, and then the other is high scoring stag taken with the cap lock, and there is a tree stand pretty much straight across from us, but there was just no way of getting to that with him that close. I think it's actually in like that tree right there, but we could at least maybe get something here. I did not look at the entries for any of these other comps, so I'm not even sure what we're trying to beat, but I don't know, he looks pretty good. Weight-wise, he's 212, double lung at 50 meters, and 264 actually. That's not bad. He's got us in 3rd for the moment. I can't remember, because when there's 2 competitions running for the same species, it's always like one ending, say in this case within, I think it'll be 14 hours, and then the other one would be like a day and 14 hours yet. I'm not sure if this is the one closer to ending or not, but there's a chance that could stay, I would say. It's not quite what I wanted, but I think we'll go with that as a trophy shot. I like having the muzzleloader leaning in the antlers there, so not too bad. We've gotten a 230s Ibex and a 260s Red Deer right off the bat here, and for the moment at least, we're actually top 3 in one of these comps. So we have 3 different stags and a red fox out here in front of us, and I don't love our odds of managing to get out of this without spooking things, but we're at least going to try. We'll drop that guy. That's sending the fox running, the red deer behind us, roe deer running off, and for some reason, that one red deer hind that just doesn't seem to care that anything happened, but we'll try to sneak our way around her and continue. Actually, that other stag didn't spook either. The problem is that's the direction I wanted to go to get around the hind, so we're going to have to think this through for a second, but solid 217 scoring stag there. We may be able to, if he cooperates, just try to drop him over there somewhere. He just has to sit still for a minute. Okay, so slight problem. At this point, we don't have any more arrows. We might as well just use the cap lock and actually get something. Because we would just send them running, and rather than get nothing out of it and still spook the stuff in the direction we're going, we might as well get that one extra stag and at least kind of get him out of the way and not have him calling at us later. So we'll get that reloaded and actually have our quiver loaded so we're good for the next one. It's kind of unfortunate to potentially send stuff running that we haven't seen, but I mean, like I said, we're going to send those couple running. We already spooked a bunch of stuff with even the bow kill that we had, so it shouldn't be costing us too much there. And just 126 for that guy, so not exactly the caliber of stag I'd like to be taking with the cap lock, but I guess it's better than nothing. That could be at least a really good sized brown bear. Of course, it's absolutely pouring down rain right now, which doesn't make it any easier to see, but he's max score estimate 25 to 29, and up to 450 kg is definitely enough to score high, and he does look big, so of course we have the 50 cap lock, and we'd have to get a lot closer, but we just so happen to be right by a tent, so what I think we'll do is just make a quick switch. I guess taking the muzzleloader out would be the quickest, and I'm not sure what we're gonna grab here that would make the most sense. Actually, it would be fun to use the 4570 Buffalo. It's a pretty long shot though. We'll have to see, but I know it has the power to bring it down at that range. It's just a matter of actually getting the shot lined up, and in this torrential downpour, might not be the easiest thing at 230, but let's see here. See if we can actually see him. We can. He just stopped. I know we hit him, and that is about all the info I have. Did he drop there? I think that's what that is. Shouldn't be any other brownish colored things. Alright. That went well. No reason to feel the need to carry the buffalo rifle over there then. We know he's dead. We'll just get our inventory switched back around and go see what that guy is. They're just so hard to judge. I'm not really sure what to expect for this. He's 418 kg, so not bad. Double lung at 235 with the buffalo rifle is definitely solid. Unfortunately, low end of the score estimate again, 25.4 for that guy. We shot one on the hunt where we tried to get like one decent animal of everything here on Valderbois. I think it was 24 to 28 or 25 to 29, and it also scored in the 25s, so go figure. But I don't even know that there was a comp that we entered for that, so that one's not too big a letdown. I feel like we're inevitably about to get charged here, so we're just gonna hang on to the bow for a second. It's kind of the direction I wanted to go in. Pretty much figured that would happen. It's either gonna just immediately charge us or it'll stand up for us. That's not a hard shot. We got a lung. Is it still gonna... We had to get that shot off so fast we were gonna be just dead, but... Alright. Usually when you hit them, they just stop charging, but at least we don't have to track it, I guess. So we still have an Ibex to go and look at here in the Trophy Lodge, but I was hoping to run into something else after that bear. But other than weaving between some roe deer does, there wasn't a whole lot going on, so I think that's going to be it as far as the hunt portion of this. We're going to head in here and take a look at our new Ibex. It just looks so much better up there, I think, with like the darker horns. Because the 275 that we've had up here for almost 3 years was like a lighter colored horns. And I just like that so much more. And just to click on it and see the 282 score, like a 280 plus Ibex was an animal that I've always wanted to get. And just to get one randomly doing a comp, I'm just so happy with it. It's so cool to see that coming up there. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.